What is up, Mad fans and hoop heads? With everyone, good vibes out there. I'm AG, your host. Welcome on into another episode of MAVS Rundown. Appreciate you all for listening. And I'm joined today with my man, Lakers Chris. What up, Lakers Chris?
What's good? What's good, man? It's Rundown. We're here, for the new season, 2022, 2023. I'm excited, man, and happy to join for the first pod for the year.
Hell yeah, it's going to be a good one, man. And we got some things to go over today. We're going to give our off-season grades since that is now officially over, since starting night is tomorrow night, because we're recording this on Monday night. Then we're going to go into our MAVS predictions, win predictions and what, throughout the season. Then we're going to go to our NBA awards and finals predictions. And then, at the end, we'll have our closing statements and, we're going to get out of here. So you ready for this?
Yes, sir. I've been ready, and I'm anxious, man. I'm anxious.
My man was born ready. Let's roll. All right, off-season grade for the Mavericks. Now, the Mavs went, as you know, at this offseason, they made a trade at the very beginning, got rid of 4 bench players that didn't play anything in the playoffs, and got Christian Wood. So solid move. And then, of course, as everyone knows, Jalen Brunson, left for New York Knicks, and that left everyone kind of bummed out. And then searching for this third ball handler, and Mavs upper brass and stuff was saying, they believed in like Josh Green and Frank Ntilikina and stuff like that to be the ball handler and stuff, which I think is just smoke, because of course, what are you gonna do? But you got to give props to your guy, give confidence to your guys you got on your roster as of now,
Right.
the guys you're paying. So of course you're gonna say stuff like that. But they end up signing, well, not officially, but now this whole Facu Campazzo news, which is, I'm sure they're just waiting till last minute, but supposedly he's going to be on the team. So that'll be like the backup point guard behind, Luka and Spencer. But other than that, those are the offseason moves, essentially, for the Mavs, besides also re-signing Maxi Kleber. I think that's pretty much it. And then we got new 2A guys, and the Javal McGee, new starting center. Yeah.
Yep.
So off-season grades, man. What do you grade them as?
So like you said, we're gonna start off with the Christian Wood grade. I think from
No,
what they were
I
able
want your
off
whole
season.
like as a
Right.
whole, like the
Well,
off-season as
I
a
was
whole.
right. I was
Oh,
just
you're gonna
trying to
break them
break it
down?
down.
Okay,
Yeah, I was
okay,
trying to break him
cool.
down real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Where as far as Christian Wood goes, that was basically pre the off season, I guess you can say, or right when before the free agency and all that happened.
Right.
I think that was a B grade. I like the player. I like the fit. He's a shooter, a guy that can play a little bit of defense, stretch the floor, hit the three. Has a little bit of mid-range game. I think the
Yeah.
pick and roll possibility with him and Luka is going to be dangerous. So I give that grade a B. Losing Brunson to me equaled out the grade back to a C, to make it like a C grade now, and then because I think Brunson was a vital piece and a great ball handler and
Right.
somebody that I've said from the beginning that you've had me on here, to me could have been the Mavs' third best player. They just, to me, needed to bring in a real number 2 option. And had they done that, and I know financially it wouldn't have worked, but I'm just saying if they would have had gotten, let's say, a McCollum last year, I think Brunson would have been a perfect third option for McCollum and Luka. But obviously they lost Brunson. And then being able to add a center in JaVale, who's won numerous championships with 2 different franchises, was able to play around superstars like Steph and Clay and Draymond, and then moving on to the Lakers and playing with AD and LeBron. I think he's his championship pedigree and also being linked to Dudley and as well as J. Kidd is going to be very vital for him helping this team maybe not necessarily do as good as last year because they did go to the conference finals, but, maintaining and, being a playoff team. And I think for Mavs fans, they need to be optimistic with the fact that, yes, they didn't pay Brunson, but that money is going to go to somebody eventually. Maybe not next year, maybe 2 years from now. So maybe the next guy that they come bring in to be the second option is going to be a lot better than Brunson. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Why the Mavs kind of held horse and didn't pay Brunson all that bread. And obviously, the New York rumors were there from the beginning. We had talked about it. You mentioned it, how he
Yeah,
had the link
they knew
with.
they were gonna have to
Yeah, there was a
pay a pretty penny to keep him
and,
on
and
the
I
squad.
and I think that's a positive thing we're looking forward to the future for the Mavs. At least you can say, hey, they didn't pay Brunson and he had to go, but now that money eventually is going to go to another player, and hopefully
Right.
that player is going to be better than what Brunson is and is a real number two option. So for
Right.
the overall grade, bro. AG, I'm gonna give them a B minus C plus. Like I'm kind of binging on 79, 80 grade, so I'm right there on the C plus B minus range because I think the Brunson, losing him definitely brings the grade down a little bit. But I liked a little bit of the people that they brought in and retaining Cleaver and stuff like that. He's a glue guy, a guy that every team wants to have. So I think I'm gonna go with the B minus. I'm gonna be match friendly and go with the B minus. That's my grade. So that's from Lakers Chris, the grade that I give the
All
Mavs
right,
for the
I like that. And to
yeah.
add with the end of what you were saying about the Mavs and the Jalen Brunson thing, they're actually like you could tell this front off. They're loading up. That's why, they're not using any first round picks just to get Jay Crowder here or something like that. No, they're loading up their picks this summer after the New York one goes through. We'll have control of like all our future picks. And
And can
it's
I say one
loading
thing,
up for
bro?
that one last shot for that true second star next to Luca. But
And
yeah, yeah.
I
Go
was
ahead.
gonna say it doesn't really have to involve with free agency, but I think that rookie that they picked up is definitely going to be not a surprise, but he can be a surprise, and he may be a future guard that can be helpful
Yeah,
to
he's
Luca
definitely looks like it has future potential in this league.
future
Like he's
potential,
definitely
right?
yeah, for sure. Like he's definitely shown flashes, and I've liked what I've seen out of Jaden Hardy, for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like that grade because my grade actually it's a B. Just go
Okay,
straight
cool.
into it.
So
It's a B.
we're
Yeah,
right there,
straight B. I really like the Christian Wood trade. I feel like
right?
you're getting like the better offensive side of the Porzingis. What you thought the Porzingis and Luca thing was gonna be, because Christian Wood is actually a very good knockdown 3 point shooter, or just 3 point shooter in general. You've seen him take like little step backs and stuff. So like he
Right.
can knock down threes and stuff, and he does it efficiently. He
Yes,
doesn't
he
just
does.
jack them up.
Yes, he
And
does.
I agree with all the, playing with Luca is gonna, right now he's coming off the bench. He has that 6 man potential, but I think eventually, as long as he grows on the defensive end and shows effort, he'll end up starting probably by the end of the year. And
Right.
not to spoil later, but that's why I didn't have him as 6 man, because it's like I don't think he's gonna be 6 man for long. I think maybe by the end of the year, you know what I'm saying, he'll be starting, or at least
Okay,
maybe
cool.
throughout the season. Some matchups, like they said, some matchups they probably will start him. Like if we play Timberwolves with Cat and Rudy Gobert, I wouldn't be surprised to see Seawood
And
and
start. Right.
Javal starting.
Yep.
So just different matchups like that, I could see it. But yeah, overall B. Really liked, again, the Wood, but then and really liked the Javal McGee signing. I thought that was great. I've been wanting him on the team. I know he's a little bit older now, but only playing spot minutes, that's perfect. We're not asking him to play 30 minutes a game or even like 25. Like, the most he plays like 15 to 20-minute range. And he's very efficient in that time range and does, his job very well in that time range. So I think with Luca, I mean, gosh, an upgrade from Dwight Powell to Javal McGee, like,
Yep.
if he's healthy, oh yeah, this it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be really
And
great. And
and
I
and
can't wait to
McGee.
see him upgrade the defense on the defensive end, but help him protect the paint, which we obviously struggled in against the Warriors, which is, one of the struggles besides talent. But another thing was, shot, like we had nobody to defend the paint at all. They were getting layups left and right. And someone like McGee, and even just having another 6'10" athletic guy like Christian Wood out there is, two front court additions that are very solid to me.
Yeah, McGee brings you that he plays his role. He doesn't want to do more than what you guys
Yeah,
need him to do or what a team needs him to do, and he's the perfect fit for a superstar to have. A guy who plays defense that Luka can depend on. Hey, if I get beat, I got JaVale McGee right there to block a shot or contest a shot at least.
yeah,
Draw a
he'll
foul,
alter
whatever.
shots for sure. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then of course with losing Brunson, that's a big hit. I felt like if we would have kept Brunson somehow,
It's an
I
A
would
plus.
I actually agree with them
It's
not
an A
paying
grade.
him. I agree
Yeah,
with them not paying, which I don't think even if we tried to pay him a bunch, I don't think he would have came here either way. So I
right.
think he was going to New York regardless. I think it
Yeah,
was just kind of like fate for him to go there. So
right.
either way, yeah, I'm glad they didn't pay him because you would be stuck with a guy with super overpaid, especially at his size. Like that's why I'm just like now looking at it, it's like all right, it's good. Like it's obviously hindsight's 2020, but looking at the time, I was still seeing. I mean, hey, at least we didn't keep. We don't have to worry about on the defensive end kind of hiding Jalen Brunson, even though he can kind of hold his own. But still, you're going in the playoffs against dudes that like a Clippers squad. Like you got to guard a Paul George or Kawhi Leonard. They're just going to go at him and attack him regardless
Right.
or relentlessly. I'm saying. But yeah, losing him, that was a big blow. I think without him, my bad. I was saying, I would have given him like almost at like an A minus if we would have kept JB. Like I would have in the A range. But
Or A,
losing
yeah,
him
just
really,
or a flat A, yeah.
yeah, straight up. But losing him was big. So yeah, a B though, because the additions they made in the front court were very vital. And
Hmm.
as of Jaden Hardy, yes, I really like that. You throw him in there. The whole Compazzo thing, I don't know if it ends up being true. I'm just gonna be frustrated because like we could have had Goran Dragic, and we didn't. We passed, and now we're getting Faku Compazzo. But I mean, who knows? Maybe he ends up being like a JJ Barea for us or something. Comes in and just does his job, does it well for us, and doesn't mess anything up. So I
Right.
still have faith in that. But yeah, those are the off-season grades. So yeah, appreciate that. So let's move on. Let's move on to projections for the season. Now the projections we're doing are we're going to start with the win total for the season, the win projection. And if you need some odds, I think the odds for the Mavs are about 48. So if you want to say like over under, then that's cool too.
Okay, yeah,
So if you think
for
it's
me,
over 48, you can say over. Or if you think they're going to
nah,
get under
yeah.
48,
So for me, I'm going under. I think they're going to get around 46, 47 wins. I
hmm.
think that this is like a fifth seed team.
Okay.
Um, I, I don't know if it's that the Mavs didn't get better or they didn't improve. I know to me they improved, but what
Yeah.
I think it is a combination of the West just being better and loaded, and you
Right.
got teams like Phoenix that is on the downfall now. Obviously 2 years where they easily could have won the title,
Right.
and the coach Monty having problems and Crowder wanted to leave. I definitely see the Mavs right around 46, 47. So for me, I'm going under.
Okay. And you said about like a fourth, fifth, or a fifth seed. You said
Fifth seed, I could see them,
fifth seed.
possibly being the fourth seed,
Okay. This
go
is
over.
okay. Yeah, yeah. I like. Okay, that's reasonable. I could say
Right.
that's reasonable. To me, I think they're getting at least 50. So I guess it would be over. But
Okay.
I think they're getting like I would put right on the if I had to pick like an exact number, I'd say 50. I think they hit at least 50.
15-32.
Yeah, and
15-32.
I
Yep.
and I believe the Mavericks will make a move. Like I still think they are. I
I
mean,
do.
obviously now I think they're gonna try and roll like the comments they made over the offseason. That just makes me think that all right, they're just gonna have to wait till more closer to the trade deadline to do something. Right now, they're trying to give like these other guys like a shot to, kind of prove themselves and what I'm saying, do their thing, and then all of a sudden see what's out there, what happens closer to trade deadline. But especially, I mean, it might happen sooner than that with the whole Utah situation. They might want to lose. They kind of got a good little
Clarkson.
squad right now. Yeah, like they're
Yeah.
trying
They
to
want that
tank,
number one
but
pick, bro. They want that number one
yeah,
pick.
but
So I can
they got
see
some
them.
good pieces still. They got Mike Conley,
I can,
Jordan Clarkson,
yeah.
Laurie Markkinen's balling, Colin Sexton. Like they kind of got too many.
Taylor
You know, what I'm
Horton
saying
Tucker.
like
Taylor
solid
Horton Tucker.
pieces.
Yeah.
They have too many like solid pieces around, so I think they're gonna ship some out. So I think the Mavs still get in on maybe like a Mike Conley or Jordan Clarkson or maybe something that we don't even know. But I think they're gonna go after and get like another piece that's gonna help this team. And I actually have the Mavs finishing at least the top 4 seed. I think at least the 4th seed because I
Yeah.
think we're going to be pushing to at least get home court first round because going into, and I'll just go first on this, projections for the playoffs. Actually, no, I want you to go first because I have a spicy take to go with that.
Okay, so are
So,
you asking me who I got playing in the conference finals and
no,
in the
no, no, no,
finals?
no. I want to
Okay.
know how far do you think the Mavericks will go?
I think the Mavs are a second round team. I think
Okay,
that
we agree. We
they
agree.
primed out. I think they primed out last year with the talent that they had. I think that that team played so hard for Kid, and remember it was Kid's first year, Dud's first year,
Right.
or Nico's first year, pretty much. And so like to me, even though I got them going a round less than what they did last year.
Yeah.
I always will continue to say, with a player like Luka, a superstar, international, a game changer like him, you're always gonna have a future. So, and he's so young still, so I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. But my prediction and is a second round exit from myself. From myself.
Okay, I like that, and I think as the team is constructed, like as is now, they will go, yeah, like a second round.
Right.
Like
Right.
I believe that too. Like as
And that was my
constructed.
prediction too, bro. With the over under on the wins, AG. I don't mean to cut you off, but
Yeah,
that was
no,
my
you're good.
prediction as stand pat as what they are
Right,
at the
right,
moment.
right,
Now,
right.
if
Yeah,
like you
because
said, they
I'm
change
changing it
and
up
they
a little bit. No, you're
and
doing
I
your
think they're
job.
gonna
You're
grab
doing
a
right.
player.
I keep.
I
I,
think they're gonna grab a player. I do agree with you. So now, if they do that, depending on the player, that is gonna change my answer, and we'll change our
yeah, yeah.
answer in mid season or whatever.
That's
So
why
we'll
I
see.
have to. I think as of now, I see this as at least a second round. I still have faith that this team could get past a first round matchup. As I mean, of course, it could be tough. It could end up being freaking Mavericks Clippers first round again. Like that would be tough.
Who knows?
But I still, yeah, right. And then if if they're
Third time's the
resting
charm,
Kawhi
though.
and
Third time's
Paul,
the
right,
charm.
right, the third one, it would be
Yeah,
crazy.
but Luca's in their head though. That's the difference. The
Yeah, it
Clippers are
is.
in Luca's head.
Oh
So
yeah,
that's and the
and we got
Suns are too. If they were to play the Suns in the first round, I think Luca's in their head. So
right, but
it's all
it's
about
I
matchups
was
in the
just saying
league.
that because it's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be kind of like a what I'm saying. I'll say
No, it's
cakewalk,
not.
but not of a lower matchup. There's got a lot of good teams in the West, but I think if they
Right.
do make a move, this team has real finals potential. Like I'm talking legit to me, as I see this squad with the wings we got, the upgrades in the front court, and then if Josh Green comes along, like man, like he could be the backup wing that could spell off. Are you there, Chris? I think we lost. I heard him go side. Hello, is he there? Uh-oh,
Hello.
there you are. You there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. I'm
You
here.
disappeared. I was
Sorry about
like
that. Sorry about
talking.
that.
I was like, where'd you go?
No, I was saying Tim Hardaway that him being healthy this year is also a wing help, as well.
Yeah, right. And I was saying like that this team, like if they make a move for another like legit ball handler, I think this team has legit finals potential because I feel like they'll have pieces everywhere you need. If I'm just these are a lot of ifs, but if Josh Green could step up and could play solid minutes and knock down some threes, we already know he could play some defense, so that could spell minutes out. It's just offensively he couldn't hit a three and was scared to take them. So
Right.
if or unless they upgrade that spot or whatever too, but I think the upgrades to the front court, as I said, are just like so big for us. If we can just get that one other ball handler, this team I really feel has finals potential. But
Yep.
as of
Yep.
now, like we said, with as we see as of today, yeah, this definitely at least a second round. I do see that.
Yep.
But yeah, okay, cool. So moving on. Now we're gonna go to the NBA awards. We're
Yes,
gonna roll
sir.
into that. We're gonna do our
Love
preseason
this.
NBA award picks. So first, we're gonna start out with MVP. Is it Luca like me? Cause I got Luca.
I do
You
not have
already know
Luca.
I got Luca.
Luca's in my top three, but he is not. He's not who I'm going with. No.
Okay, who you going with?
Okay. Um, for me, man, I'm going with Giannis. I think, and this is a
Okay.
little foretelling. This is a little foretelling, possibly on my finals prediction. I just think Giannis is got a lot of he got a lot of reps this year on the offseason playing in the Euro League championship and or whatever
Right.
the playoffs they had. I think that strongly believe last year, had they been healthy, they would have been in the finals and winning the championship. That was my prediction.
Yeah. I think they
On
would have been in the
if
finals. I don't know about winning it, but I do
yeah,
agree they would have been in
I
it. They would have been in it.
I think they would have had enough to beat Milwaukee, in my opinion. But that's just what I'm gonna go with. But yeah, I'm
Right.
going with Giannis. I got Embiid 2 and Luca 3. So Embiid right there, I think Philly, he's gonna elevate them to, a second or third seed in the East. They're gonna be a top seed. But I'm gonna go with Giannis over Embiid and Luca. That's who I'm going with for MVP.
Okay. I understand that. That's pretty cool. But I still think that's wrong. It's all gonna be Luca because I think he's gonna be the main dude. We don't have that trade yet, man. So he's gonna be
Right.
like the main guy. And now he's got all these new weapons, especially in the front court too, added a 7-footer, catches lobs, got long arms, catch lob anywhere, and then you got an athletic 6'10" guy who's
Yep.
more athletic version of a Porzingis on offense that can actually be consistent on threes. And like
Hmm.
I just think yeah, this is gonna be Luka's kind of like his year to kind of win it. And
Yeah, I'm 1 year away on him winning it, but I think the only thing that hurts Luca is like what you said. He's going to probably be a third or fourth seed at worst, or fifth seed
hey,
at worst,
hey,
right? So
hey, Jokic
I
won it,
haven't
six
seen.
seed.
Yes,
Jokic
that's
won it,
true.
six
That's
seed.
true.
If
That's
the
true.
numbers are
And
right, if the numbers are right,
you're right. You're right. Yeah, I agree. I have no problem with you going with Luca. I just think Luca is a year away from winning an MVP. I think the next year, 24, I think it's his year. He's going to completely take over the league, where there's not going to be any Giannis or KD, or I think it's Luca's year next year. But I
right.
like your pick. I like your pick.
Yeah, yeah. I just think the usage rate and just not having that third guy, it's already like a narrative kind of thing too. So losing
Yep.
JB, your third guy, you know what I'm saying? It's already setting it up for, Luca to have this spectacular season. And like you said about Giannis, he just got done playing Euro ball too, so he's kind of,
Yep.
it's more game for them. So yeah, I just think it's set up for him. All right, next,
Right.
coach of the year.
Oh, I
Let
like
you go
this one.
first. Who do you?
Okay.
You go first.
Yeah, I'm going with Willie Green. I think New Orleans
Nice pick.
is.
Almost picked him.
I think New Orleans is the team on the up. I think
Right.
that's a team that the Mavs should fear if they were to play in like a 4 or 5 matchup. I don't think New Orleans is going to be that high in the West, but I'm just saying maybe if the Mavericks get third and they end up having to play New Orleans playing at number 6, on the 6th seed. Um, or anybody. I think anybody should be afraid of this team. I think
Mm-hmm.
Willie Green has this team ready. I think they're
Yeah.
smart. They're
He's done a
young.
great job.
He's done a great job. Sion is finally, I guess, healthy. You got, Ingram and McCollum now, and Valanciunas, and I just think this
Herb
team is that.
Jones.
Herb Jones, yep, Puffin
Yeah.
Herb, and I just think this team is definitely on the up, and I could see them being, fighting with Minnesota and Memphis for the best young core, here in the next two
Yeah.
three years of the West Coast,
I really like
Western
that one.
Conference.
Yeah, I like that
Yep.
one. And mine, I almost wanted to pick Ty Lue just because if he can somehow, like, he has some, they have so much depth, and that Paul and Kawhi are gonna like kind of sit some, but it's like if they somehow just like mess around and like kind of have like a Phoenix year where they're just kind of like winning 60 games, like, you know what I'm saying?
And
Like
can I
I can
interrupt
see,
you?
that's kind of like what you were saying earlier. Like it's kind of like I think he would win it, but however, who I think will win it, the other young core in the league, it's Bickerstaff for the Cavs.
Oh,
I think,
nice. I like that pick. I like that
yeah,
pick.
I that's my pick. I think he's gonna, with the addition of Donovan Mitchell. another year of Evan Mobley getting better, Darius Garland getting better, Jared Allen's still there. Like, yeah, I feel like they're gonna have a really good year, especially if they stay healthy. That's kind of like the main thing. But if they stay healthy, yeah, I can see him winning it for
I
them.
like that pick. I like that pick a lot.
Hell yeah. Appreciate that. All right.
Hmm.
Moving on to
Hmm.
sixth man. All right, my
Oh, I
my
got a
pick.
good one for you. I got a good one. Go first, though. Go
Okay,
first.
good.
Whatever.
Mine's pretty bland. Pretty bland. It's Jordan Poole just because I think it's about points. Usually six
Yeah.
man is all about who gets buckets. And I think he'll be the most consistent to come off the bench. Because as I said, I almost wanted to pick Seawood, but I don't think Seawood's even going to come off the bench like that much. Like I think, he's going to work his ass off, end up be starting some games, or if not, full time starter, by the end of the year. So I think Jordan Poole still is kind of a runaway with it. And I think the whole Tyler Hero, I was thinking him, but what he did in the playoffs, I'm sure people are gonna be like you got to prove in the playoffs now. Like we've seen you do in the
Right.
season. Now we want to see you do in the playoffs. So yeah, I'm going Jordan Poole.
Okay. I like that.
Who you got? Who you got?
Oh man, this one was tough for me because I don't know. See, I don't know what's gonna happen with Wood. I know I'm hearing that Wood is supposed to be coming off the bench to start in that six man of the year role, right? Supposedly that's what the rumor is, that JaVale is gonna start at center
Yeah,
and
no, it
Wood is
is
gonna come off. Wood is gonna come off the bench. So if that stands pat and and Kid continues to use him in that system as a, and hear me out here, as a six man, the
right.
first guy off the bench that closes games, I think
Yes.
C Wood can definitely win six man of the year.
So
But
he's your pick.
I no, he's not.
Oh.
He's not my pick. So in hindsight, uh, I'm gonna have to go with Norman Powell from the Clippers. I think this guy
Okay,
is.
yeah, that's a good
I
one.
think
I
I
like
think
that.
Norman Powell is one of the most underrated players in the league. He's a two-way player. He plays defense and offense. You plug him in now with Covington and George and Kawhi, and I mean, and
He's
then
a bucket
Batum. I
getter.
mean,
Yeah, he's a
they
bucket
they
getter.
definitely they can definitely use him as a spark, kind of like a, 18, 17, 16 points, something like that, right
Yeah,
off the
16,
bench.
17 points
And
a night.
and
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
they're probably gonna play him, maybe at the one, because I think he's better defensively than Reggie Jackson and John Wall. So they could play him at the one in the the death lineup at the end of games. You could
Right.
definitely play him at the one. So for me, I'm gonna throw a different guy out there and throw Norman Powell out there for this,
I like
six
that.
man of the year.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that one. He's up there, I think, too, in the odds along with Jordan Poole. But I really like that one with because again, it just depends on the whole health thing. But yeah, if obviously all these picks are with everybody being healthy. But that's a dude that can really go off, and I could definitely see him
Yeah.
winning that one. All right, next defensive player of the year. Who do you have for your defensive player of the year award?
I really want to go Rudy because I think he's going to really help that team defensively. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with somebody that, hasn't won the award. I don't want to continue going with the same team or same player. So I'm going to go with Bam. I think
That's nice.
Bam's going to have kind of not an improvement, but I mean, I know he's going to improve. I think more so he's going to have like a year where we remember, hey, Bam Adebayo is a top five, big in this league. I think he is going to focus a lot on defense
Yep.
because I just think that Miami's going to ask him to, be their main defender, with Jimmy, kind of an inside out defensive, scheme or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
I definitely am going to go with Bam. I think, he's
Okay.
still very young. And I just seen Rudy win it too much, man. And it's a new system. So, I'm going to go with Bam.
Right. Yeah, I went with someone. I like that pick because it's someone off that has a real good outside chance, and that's the one I went with too because I could have went. You could go the Draymond route where it's like, oh, they rally together and he
Right.
has a really good year, and then they give it to Draymond. Or you can go the Rudy route where it's like, hey man, he's on a new team, T Wolves next to Cat, and now he's gonna help them be such a defensive team. He's probably gonna win it. But I went with the outside chance too. I went with Jared Allen from the Cavs.
Nice. I like that. I like that. I like
I
that.
feel like, yeah, with them ascending, going up, I feel like
Best
Jared Allen's
defensive
gonna get
player.
a lot of he's gonna aim for that award. If not Mobley, he can have two
Right.
going for that. But I like Jared Allen. I feel like if he stays healthy and does what he does, like grabbing rebounds, blocking shots, doing everything that like basically like Rudy Gobert does, like I think he's gonna win that one. I think he's
Good
a
one.
good he's my dark horse pick in my pick for that one. So yeah,
I like that. I like that a lot. I think
hell
you're
yeah.
gonna like my last one though. I think you're gonna
Well, we
like
got
it.
two more. We got two more. We got two
What
more.
do we
We got
got? What do we got?
rookie of the year and most
Okay,
improved.
you're right. You're
So
right.
we're
Okay,
gonna
so what we
go
going with
rookie.
first?
We'll go rookie of the year real quick.
Okay.
Rookie of the year.
I,
Who you
I
got?
I'm going with the Ivy kid, Jalen
Right.
Ivy
Yeah.
out of Detroit. I think the talent on that
Detroit.
team. I
Let's
think Detroit
go.
is the future in the East as far as like in the next 5, 6 years. I don't think they're going to be good next year or even the year after that. I think 3, 4, 5 years down the line, though, I think Cunningham is one of the smartest guys in the league already at this age. I think he's a local kid. I
Right.
think he's a smart kid, and he's kind of has that. I don't know if it's like a Dwayne Wade mixed with. I'm trying to think of like a LeBron-ish, like IQ wise. He's very very high
Yeah,
IQ when it comes to the
he's
game.
like a 6'8", like kind of point
Six
guard.
eight
And
point guard. I think him and Sadiq Bey and
I know they had
Bogdanovich
him like
now,
compared
and
to Luca, and when he was
yeah,
coming out,
Luca. Yeah,
he's
he
kind
has
of
that.
like a Luca type where
Yeah,
he kind
yeah.
of does everything.
Exactly. So I think this kid is the real deal. I like the kid in Sacramento. I got to see him play a little bit against the Lakers. Keegan Murray, I believe is his name. He reminds me a lot of Harrison Barnes, where he's like a
Yeah,
3-and-D guy, long arms, plays defense, can shoot the ball.
he can
I
get
really
his own
like him a
shot
lot.
off though. He can hit.
Get his own shot off.
Yeah, he can get his own shot
But
too.
but I'm gonna go with Ivy. I just think he's gonna he there's
Yeah,
gonna with Ivy. I think he's gonna have a couple games. He's gonna have games 30, 40 games where he gets 8, 9 points, and he's gonna have an off night. But I think he has the potential to give you 30 in one night,
I'm about to
potential to
say
give you
he's gonna get a
28 in
lot
one
of
night.
chances in
He's
Detroit
he's
too.
he's gonna get a lot of open opportunities because Cunningham is a older guy, and they know
And
that
they got
he's more.
Sadiq out there, so
And they got
yeah, he's gonna get
Sadiq,
a lot.
and they got
Yeah,
Bogdanovich. They got the Duran kid that
I
went to
like that
Memphis,
pick.
who I think is that Duran kid is like a Mari Stoudemire big. He's gonna be a good player. So I'm gonna go with Ivy for me, man. What
I
about you?
like that one. I got Paolo Banchero,
I
Duke.
like that. I like that.
Yeah,
I
I
like that.
think it's just he's got the magic. It's kind of handing the reins over. It's your team, and I like what I see from him. And
Yeah.
I just knew he was going to be a really good player. And or in college, I was thinking he was going to be the number one pick. So definitely think he's going to be rookie of the year. He's just going to get all the
And
touches.
they don't
Oh,
have
he's going
any
to get the
offensive
stats.
bigs. They don't have any offensive bigs that like need the ball. Like their guards like
Yeah,
that they have.
he's pretty set
Cole
up too.
Anthony and who's the other guard that they have? Suggs. They're
Okay.
guards. So
They got
from the
Anthony
big position,
Suggs and
yeah,
I think I
Cole
like
Anthony
one
and
more.
Suggs. Cole Anthony and Suggs. Cole
But they
Anthony
have
and Suggs
and Fultz.
and Fultz. Yeah, and Fultz.
That's what it
So that's
was.
what I'm
I was like,
saying.
I know they have
I
one more guard.
That's what I'm saying. So I think and for the bigs, they got Mobamba and I believe the other kid that came from Chicago in that trade
Wendell
with
Carter.
Wendell Carter.
That's
So
what it was.
and
Yeah.
then those guys are more defensive minded centers. So I think the reign is going to be handed to him as far as hey, take over, be this
Oh,
big
for sure.
dominant force that we know you are. So I completely like that pick. I love that pick.
Oh, for sure. It's an easy one, but I think that one's just the truest, and
Yeah.
I'm a big
Yep.
fan. I like him. I like his game.
Yep.
All right. Next and last one, most improved. And
You
now,
letting me go first or are you going?
you said you had a good one for this.
Yes, I have a great one.
Okay,
I don't know if
okay.
it's
I'm
going to
gonna go with
surprise
mine
you.
then.
Go ahead.
I'll
Go
do
ahead.
mine first, so you can let yours out. My most improved. I'm actually getting to who we just kind of talked about. Kane Cunningham.
Nice. I like that.
I
I like
like it
that.
because it's always going to usually like a guy leaping from general good player to kind of getting up there fringe all-star, or all-star level player. And I think
Mm-hmm.
I think Cade can make that jump this year. I think especially with Jaden Ivey being there, like and being good, like you know
Mm-hmm.
he's your pick for rookie of the year. So yeah, like if he plays up to that level, like that helps. You know both their games help each other out. You know opens the floor for
Right.
both of them. And yeah, you know they got some other Sadiq Bey and stuff like that. So yeah, I just think Cade can make that jump. I don't know if winning, comes to factor into the award, but
Well,
I
I mean,
still
if he
think
averages
Cade wins it.
23 a game, 23, 8 and 7 a game,
I
that's
have
most improved right there for
I have
sure.
one other pick for most improved that
Ah,
I don't.
don't
That's
hold.
why
I
I
hope
want
it's
to
not
wait.
the
I want
guy.
to let you go. I
Can
don't
you
want to
wait? Can you
say it.
wait?
I don't
Yeah.
want to
Can
say
you
it.
wait?
I don't want to say it in
Let's see.
case you just
Let's
say it.
see.
All right, go ahead. I want to
All
hear
right.
your most
Okay.
improved.
My most improved. The reason before I get into the name and who it is, I just think this guy, from what I saw so far in the offseason, I've seen a little bit on NBA TV about like their practices. I think he's going to take the next step. I also think that his team is going to take the next step. I don't see them going to the finals, but I see them being a top 3 seed in the East. I'm going with Tyrese Maxey, man. I think this guy's a
That's
real.
what I
He's the
was
real
gonna
deal. He's a Dallas boy too, like
say.
Cunningham.
Hell
So
yeah,
two
Texas
Dallas
boy.
boys,
All
two
the
Texas boys
oh
for the
yeah,
most improved. Shows you the bright future that the league has coming out of Texas. But I'm
Texas
going with Maxey, man.
boys.
And I know that you're such a hoops guy like me, that me and you always have some of the same answers hidden,
Yeah.
before we let him go. But that's how much I know I can count on you to have great hoop knowledge, because I'm going with Maxi, and I was pretty much sure that that was going to be the guy you had. So I appreciate you not letting that be known and letting me say it.
Yeah, I have him listed as first, but then I have Cade second. And then I actually have Evan Mobley on there too, because I think Evan
I
Mobley
like
can
that.
make
I like
that
that
leap.
pick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with how good their team is, like it just opens the floor for everybody. And if Evan Mobley can obviously show that growth, if he could take that next step, like bam, like I can see him being in that group for sure. All right,
Right.
nice. And
I like
those
that,
were
man.
your
I like that.
hell yeah, that was nice, man. So we have our NBA awards picks, our preseason picks. Nice, finish that. Round of applause. All right, now getting to the really, really good stuff. The main meal. Finals predictions.
Ooh.
We'll let you go first. Who do you have in
Oh,
your
man.
finals in your 2022-2023 NBA finals?
Okay, I'm gonna break it down first, real quick, on East and West. So I'm going in the Eastern Conference. I got Philly and Milwaukee in the East, and then in the West, I'm going Golden State and the Clippers. Out of the West, I'm going Golden State. I think they make it back to the finals. I think the improvement between Wiggins and all their young guys, I think Wiseman's going to be better. I think Kaminga's going to be better. I think the other pick that they had a couple years ago is going to be better. Clay's going to be healthier. Steph is a year, from winning a title. Kerr's a genius. I do think Poole is going to blow up this year even more than he has, and which wouldn't surprise me if he won Six Man of the Year, or even if he won Most Improved, because I think he can win it again. Like, didn't he win it last year? Jordan Poole, didn't he win
Yeah, he
Most
won
Improved
it.
last year?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he won it last year.
I think he has a chance to do it again. I think the only thing is I do think that Draymond thing is going to affect the team, and it's going to mess up their culture. So I got them playing Milwaukee in the finals, and I
And
got
who's your winner?
Milwaukee beating Golden State. I think and
Ooh,
that's going
that
back.
would be
Remember,
huge.
yeah, and that's going back on what I said earlier about Giannis, and the fact that they got Joe Ingles, they got some dogs over there now, bro. That I think is
Yeah,
gonna definitely help. I think Portis has a chip on his shoulder. I think Middleton has something to say because he was hurt, and
right.
wasn't able to show. I think Drew Holiday is going to show that he's still a top 5 point guard defensively. So I got Milwaukee beating Golden State.
I
Like
like
I said,
that.
I think they would have beat them last year. That's just my opinion. I think
Hmm.
that finals experience that they got, also, losing, in a heartbreaker a couple years ago, to Toronto when they had Kawhi. I think Giannis is up for an MVP season and a redemption year, and I got them beating Golden State in the finals. I'm gonna go 4 games to 3, though. I'm gonna say that they beat them in
I
7.
like Yeah, I think that would definitely go 7. That would have
Yeah,
to. I would be
yeah, that would,
disappointed if it didn't go 7.
of
But yeah,
course.
I like that. I really like that.
Thank you,
But
thank
and
you.
I almost went with a similar Warriors Bucks finals. I almost
Who
went
can
that
you tell
route.
us who you got in the Eastern Conference and the West? Though I want to hear who you think are the top two at
Oh,
the
out of
end
each.
out of
Okay.
East. Yeah, East
All
and
right.
West.
In the East, well, yeah, we'll go East. I got the Bucks. Make it
Okay,
to the going against. And again, wait. Let me preview. Let me preface this with my
go
finals
ahead.
predictions. Yo, I wanted to have fun with this. This is the preseason. We don't even know how these teams are gonna look by
I know.
freaking All-Star break. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like, there should be
right.
trades or whatever.
Changes are gonna
But
happen,
and so
man.
I wanted to have some fun. But this is a really realistic, and it's something kind of what I would just particularly would want want to see.
Hmm.
But in the East, I got the Bucks going against the Nets,
Okay.
and then in the West, I got the Warriors. I got them. They're too deep. They're too good. They're gonna make at least the conference finals.
Hmm.
Going against the Clippers,
Okay, we're on the same page on that. Okay, cool.
and in the finals, I
I know who you're
went
going
with
with.
the little brother matchup:
Oh shit.
L.A. Clippers versus the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh shit. Oh shit. That would be
Yes,
crazy. I like
yes,
that.
I
I
went
like that.
that
I like
route.
that.
I went
So
that
you think
route.
the Nets are gonna put it together, huh? You think they're gonna?
I with that pick, yes, I like what I'm seeing so far. And I mean, I don't preseason is so fucking lame to like kind of like go off of and stuff, but
Right.
like it's some just me seeing them play basketball together, and it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like them getting that they're
And I
not,
think they don't
Kyrie
have. They
wasn't
don't.
there all year. Ben Simmons, came late. Like, them just getting those reps starting now. And I think if they can continue getting those reps all year, you know what I'm saying? They play a full season together, and their whole team gets healthy, they can make a run. I believe this
And
team. I think they're sneaky good.
and the fact that both, at least from the Nets, most people don't got them going to the finals. So the fact that they don't have that pressure, everybody's saying Boston's going to be good still. Everybody's saying that Philly's going to improve. Everybody's saying Milwaukee's going to be back. People are
Yeah,
even saying Miami has a shot. Nobody's really talking about Brooklyn, but in hindsight, I think that helps them because they're
they
not going to have
exactly.
the
They just go under the
pressure that
radar
they
and just
would. They're
figure
just going
their
to play
shit out.
ball.
Yeah,
Maybe
just
they
go
can get
under
the
the
third or
radar.
fourth seed. Don't even try to get that first seed because that usually is what the aligns even more pressure. I mean, we all want home court for sure, but
Right.
sometimes being that third seed, like the Mavericks last year, they were the third seed, and they snuck into
No,
the
the
conference
fourth.
finals,
Yeah,
fourth
yeah.
seed. Yeah, they snuck into the conference finals. So sometimes playing under the radar, man, is best, and that's how you got teams that make the finals where you're like, holy shit, they made the finals. Like any other
Yeah,
year they
they're all
wouldn't,
out
but
there playing, so I'm like, they're getting
yeah,
the reps now. So it's
I like that. I like that. So who's winning it though? Who you
all
got? I
right. I
want to
was
know who you
waiting for
got.
you. I was waiting for you
Oh
to
my
ask.
god. Oh
Shit.
my god. Don't tell me you're going with who I think you're going with.
I'm going in a 7-game thrilling little brother matchup of the 2022-23 NBA Finals. The winner that comes out victorious and gets his third Finals MVP is
Oh
KD and the
shit.
Brooklyn
Oh
Nets.
shit. There you go. There you go.
Well,
I
there you
like that.
go. There you
I like
go,
that
man.
better than the Clippers. I like that better than the Clippers. So
Yeah, as a Mavs fan, I couldn't choose the
yeah, fuck
Clippers.
the Clippers.
I like them making the finals. However, like if Mavs can't make it, hey, fuck it, like knock off the
Yeah.
Warriors. Go, go
Yeah.
for it. But
Yeah.
yeah, nah, I don't see the winning it all. But yeah, I think the
Okay.
winner, if it's not the Warriors coming out the West, I think the winner is actually in the East for sure. Because yeah, if I don't feel confident about anybody in the except for my Mavs, of course, but about like the Clippers going against. I mean, if fully healthy, they really it would be a really I can see why they'd be favored, but it's just
Can I
always
ask you a
health.
question, bro?
It's always
Who
health, so it's like
Yeah,
but
it
yeah.
is. What do you got? What do you got my Lakers landing? Are they making the playoffs? Are they making the play-in? Are they not making the play-in? What do you got them looking at from your
Um,
perspective?
honestly, I
Because
think I have them. I don't know where I put my
I have them eighth. I
standings
have
at.
them eighth. I got
I
them eighth.
actually I have them playing, but the eighth seed.
Yeah, playing, but
They're
the
gonna
eighth
be
seed.
the
I
eighth
agree.
seed.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I think
I
they're
agree with
yeah,
that.
I think they're gonna be the eighth seed. I think it's what
That
I had. I don't know where I put that, but yeah, I think I had y'all. Yeah, yeah, eighth seed for sure.
that's fair. I like that. I'm good with
Right.
that.
I think some. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't think Russ is gonna be there for long.
No, he's not.
I
And I think
really
Nunn
don't
is going
think
to end up.
that. And then
I
when
think
y'all make
Nunn's
a
going to end up
trade, it'll
being the
make y'all a
third.
little bit, more favorable.
We'll see.
He
We'll
said,
see.
"We'll see." That's
Got the
so funny.
goddamn Clippers in the finals, AG.
I know.
That's the
Hey,
worst. That's
but
the
they're
worst for me.
losing. They're losing.
I
They
know. I
don't get the
know. I know.
chip. They
I
get
know.
a
Thank God. Thank God.
they only
In
get a
7 games, though.
Western
In seven
Conference
games.
banner. They get a Western Conference chance banner put up. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. So y'all get to laugh at them for that. I'd be like, y'all don't have a trophy. Y'all just got a fucking Western Conference Finals banner. But yeah, but yeah. Other Mavs news, man. Hey, the Mavs did announce they're gonna unveil Dirk Nowitzki's statue on Christmas
Sick.
Day when they
Sick.
face the Lakers. By the way,
Sick.
so yeah,
Can't wait.
that's gonna be pretty dope. So far the news is kind of weary about like I think it's gonna be like 11 o'clock in the morning, but I don't know. I don't know. I heard somebody say that like maybe that it's for media only, and they don't know if fans are gonna be able to get in or something like that. So I don't know. Hopefully they'll let fans in because otherwise that's gonna be terrible. If you don't let
Right.
fans come, like at least watch it and stuff or whatever. But yeah, that's basically it. Oh, do you have before we go? Do you have any spicy takes about any players or teams that you want to put on record, put out in the ether?
I told you this in person. I think I'm gonna go with my team. I think that the Lakers passed up on Buddy Hield and Turner for a reason. I think Russ is going to be somewhere in between, 13, 14 points per game. He's going to kind of have to play a bench role. And I don't think he's going to play great. I think he's going to do decent, shoot, what he always shoots, 33% from three, some shit like that. But
Yeah.
I think he's going to be tradable enough to where an expiring contract, big contract, plus the two first rounders. I do have the Lakers trading for something. Somebody threw an idea out of, the Blazers are going to be, probably going to start off slow, and they're going to want to put all the attention on
Are you
trying to
saying what
possibly.
I think you're saying?
I think that no, I'm not saying they're going to get Dame. I think
Oh,
that the
okay.
Blazers are going to realize like, hey, let's put our focus on getting this number one pick. On top of adding in the number one pick, we can get these two firsts from the Lakers, and we'll give them something along the, Nurkic and another player. I think the Lakers are going to get a nice little package with these two first rounds and Russ.
Right.
I don't
Just
know
waiting
if
it
it's
out.
gonna. I think they're just going to wait it out and see how it goes. And a lot of these teams are going to be hungry. Maybe they're going to get a Clarkson and the other boy that they got from Minnesota. Forgetting his name.
Okay.
But we'll see.
That would
We'll
be a
see
that
what
would be a
happens.
surprise. That would be a very
Um,
Lakerish thing.
right. But I will say I do think that I think that Draymond. I, I have a weird feeling, man, that he's gonna get traded, bro, before he gets paid. And it wouldn't surprise me if they don't trade him because they want to give it another finals run. But I just feel like he's gonna kind of got his way. He's pushed his way out of this team, man. I think that he's pushed a
Yeah,
lot of
it
buttons.
depends how what if Kaminga and James Wiseman come along
Yeah,
fast, then
exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
it's
And you got to
faster for
remember,
them.
Wiggins is an all world defender, man. He's a first
Yeah,
team, second team, all
yeah,
defensive player. So if they can get these young guys to really, and then you can send him to a team like Detroit, where you can get a young piece for your future, and Detroit can get a solid championship defensive guy to go back home where he's from, Detroit. I'm just throwing a possibility out there.
right,
I
yeah,
just
right.
if I'm gonna give a spicy prediction, I'm gonna say that Draymond finally, the Warriors finally just said it's enough, man. We got some good
That's
young
right.
players here, and Draymond, we're not going to pay him this hundred some
Mhm.
million that he's going to want and that he's going
Right.
to eventually get. Then we're going to trade him, and they're going to trade him for a couple young pieces or maybe a solid, player
Oh,
right
he's
now.
he's
That's
for sure not getting that money from Golden
yeah.
State.
So that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with
Like
the Warriors finally give up on
traded this
Draymond,
year,
and they've had enough of
man.
him, and
The
they trade
Draymond
him.
era, they don't keep him for number 5. They don't
Yep,
keep him
they
for
don't
gold.
keep him
Nope.
for 5.
All right, I like that. That's spicy. I don't really have any other spicy takes except for kind of my finals prediction was like all the
That's
spice.
spicy. That's spicy.
Yeah, exactly. I use all my spice on that.
That's
So
spicy.
yeah, that's pretty much it. Yo, I appreciate having you on, my man. And yo,
Yes, sir.
everybody, hell yeah. The Mavs open up season opener, guys. It is here. We are now. We are
We are
in the
here.
now. The NBA is here, guys. The season opener is it starts tomorrow, Tuesday, but the Mavs opener is Wednesday, the 19th, and it's at the Phoenix Suns rematch at 9 p.m. and it'll be on ESPN. So y'all make sure y'all check that one out. And of course, I'll have the whole season after every game. I'll usually do a pod just like I did last year. So yeah, y'all check that one out and be ready to listen. Any final words?
Nah, man, I can't wait for this season. I think Mavs Nation should be very happy and excited for the season because I think this team is on the up. And I just want to see the elevation that Luka takes to his game. I think Kid and Duds and that whole Mavs coaching staff is going to put all their dedication. We see that Luka trimmed up a little bit and got in a better shape.
Yeah,
I think that he's going to take it to that next level.
yeah, that's
Definitely
another.
MVP.
Yeah, his
Definitely
body.
MVP worthy year, so.
Yeah, man, he's taking care of his body, so hopefully he'll take care of us Mavs and take us farther
Yes, sir.
this year.
Yes, sir.
Hell yes. All right. Hey, if you want to follow on Twitter, it's at Mavs_rundown. And, the Mavs rundown is found on YouTube along with Spotify, the Anchor app and all that. So, I'm AG. And that was Lakers Chris. Thanks for listening. And remember, cool heads prevail. And I'll see y'all next time on the Mavs Rundown.